Greetings, beloved human family. I am Gilles Mancillon, and I thought I'd come to you today to wish you a wonderful day. I thank you for tuning in, for sharing, for liking, for subscribing, for following those videos, and for your time and everything you do in order to accelerate your frequency, make this life a better place for yourself and for everyone. For that is why we came here. What is happening is that we are developing more and more this source for truth, this desire to fulfill ourselves within the water of life, and what we seek we will find, but we need to seek that which we find within the right place. And so what we are looking for is truly within ourselves, and that is why it is very important to understand that the inner planes that we are looking for, the fifth dimension, that is within us, that we are seeking to reconnect to, is really a world of light, a world of wonder. For all comes from this spiritual creation. Everything was projected from there, and as we return there, we discover what the meaning of true salvation, of the nirvana, of the Garden of Eden. It is about reconnecting to all this higher light frequency that we have left, and now it is the time to make that step, to let go of all fear and all doubt. For as we continue to grow, we come to understand that all those fear and doubts come from ignorance, and they aren't real. For the whole idea of the illusion and ignorance is ignorance of what? Is the ignorance of the power, of the love, of the wisdom of God that is present within all things and at all time. For once we connect to that, then everything changes, everything shifts. For the law of one is truly absolute, is supreme, ultimate, absolute. There can be no mistake within life. No, with whatever you do, life will react in the appropriate way, so that we learn whatever we need to learn, or we get whatever we need to get from the experience. For So in that sense, we can never really go wrong, because whatever we do, we'll learn from that experience. So it is good to let go of fear and do what we feel we need to do. And even if we are wrong, there is no wrong, but even if it's not getting us what we want to get, we will get what we need in order to understand the mistake of consciousness, and we'll be able to adjust and reconnect. In essence, the body is a vehicle, it is a vessel, it is a container, what we call the microcosm, and this microcosm is manifested by our DNA. The DNA is truly the cosmic string. It is a cosmic universal being. As a total DNA, it is a replica of the DNA of the Creator, and so we only have 3% that is 3 to 5% that is coded right now, that makes this physical appearance and psychological perceptions. But as we awaken our DNA little by little, we reconnect new parts of our brains that are unused, and I know it is possible to have a fullness of your DNA in your experience, and to have 100% of your brain capacity for all those things that are not coded within our DNA at present time. As we awaken, the codes will be awakened, and that will create, in a sense, all those non-coding codes are just related to brain function that humans are not yet using, but as we become more sensitive, we are able to reawaken those psychic powers and brain function. So life becomes like a dance of salvation. It's to let go of all the resistance and move into loving acceptance of yourself, in order to follow the divine will, the best choice, the win-win situation all the time, and then you move into unconditional love, and then from which point the soul becomes integrated within the experience. A little advice is that it's always good to call on your Creator, no matter how you feel or know about God, is to send greetings, to salute God, because when you think of God, you awaken your true self. So to do that, use mantras and do it regularly, the more regularly, because whenever there is a chaotic thought, if you turn your thought towards God and you breathe and you breathe that God energy, the solution, usually there is a new perception that is offered that gives you a better understanding of what is going on, and more distance and easier resolve. Sometimes we have to step step back in order to jump, so that we feel like we're making one step forward and then two steps backwards. That happens, but in essence, we can, like I said, we can never go wrong. It is necessary for us to learn from experience, and so whatever we do, we're learning from that. The essence what we need to really know is to be kind to ourselves, to be to not be severe, because we want to be we want to make our path the easiest possible by loving acceptance. We are also able to make it becomes a lot easier to make the change we need once we accept ourselves. I wanted to that's the essence. What the essence of my message today. A little while ago I mentioned that I was going to discuss my first trip to Mercury, the planet Mercury, and I didn't return to it. Somebody asked me to discuss that, so it's good to see that you're watching so very closely what I'm talking about. So in essence, in 1992, I was initiated to the science of space travel by my master guide from Chiron, and I began to do initiation. I was living in South Beach, in Miami Beach, in South Florida, and which is a very spiritual place. There was a lot of people that were open to this kind of thing, and so I was doing a lot of initiation when I met people. And this one day I was with two friends, and I wanted to show them. They were open to that, so we wanted to take a trip, and I wanted to show them the planet Venus, because that's a very beautiful planet. When you first do the initiation, it's one of the easiest connections to make. And so I'm not going to get into the personal aspect of the situation, but so we created the vessel, we took off, we landed on Venus, and so I saw they were fine, and something went through my mind that I wanted to check out Mercury for some reason, and so I felt like I was like jumping onto Mercury, like just one step, like with magic boots of some kind, and as soon as before my foot touched Mercury, I got absorbed into the sun. And I had been told that it was very dangerous to do astral projection within physical stars, so I never really even thought to bring anybody there, but this was just a natural thing that happened. And what happened is that as soon as I merged inside the sun, in the center of the sun, and my vision, I saw a vision of the Earth, but the Earth was just an extension of the sun, and there was so much love. It was the first time that I had the experience of six dimension, new sound, new color, and this vibration of love and connection was just amazing. That's the only thing I saw was the Earth, but the Earth was so beautiful and so loved by the sun. It was just an amazing experience. But there are many things that we will come to discover with the planets and the stars and all those things. As we develop our ability to connect internally, we will be able to reconnect to all kinds of new cosmic dimensions. Everything is in the works. So voila, that was my first experience on Mercury. I've been there a couple of times since, but there are many dimensions on all those planets, so it always depends on which dimension, with what intention, and how do you feel at the time when you do those things. So the card of the day is empowerment, self-empowerment. So it is about being feeling good about what you're doing, and to feel new power, a new sense of connection, that you trust more, that you are connected to larger forces that are connected with you as well. Well, I hope this message was interesting and meaningful for you. I'm gonna briefly comment on two paintings before I go, and if I can, I may attempt to finish by a song, though it is. I've already done that in the French version. I'm not really sure I can redo that song, but maybe I will. Okay, so those two paintings. The first one I wanted to show is this painting from 2006, I believe. And so there is three paintings on the golden floor. On here you have like this square, a couple that is. I could use my zoom maybe. Kind of like the detail of those. And here there is this guy that's like turning towards the left, towards the past. And in the middle there is a grey wall with this painting with a text on it. It's in French. It's from the spiritual school of non-being. At some point there was a revelation that God said, it was a communication between God and the spiritual school of non-being through channel. And God was saying that he was surprised by the spiritual evolution of one of his children. And so so this, every student at the Spiritual School of Ning were really curious, very like, how can God, being a supreme, still find surprises? So, but it's in French. The text is in French, so it's not easy to translate. But originally it was in Vietnamese, so the conversation, but which was translated. But it's the answer of the master. Master Tam answered in order to teach a little bit about the subtlety of why God said that. And so he said that God is the truth and the life. As truth and life, God is dynamic and not enclosed within any preconceived idea. He is surprised, but he is not surprised, and still he is surprised. He is surprised because he is infinite perfection. But he is not surprised because all things are enclosed within his divine will. So it's quite subtle. I hope you like this painting and understanding. I've used this text a couple of times in my paintings. It was a profound revelation, this book of the Truth by God and the teaching of the Spiritual School of Nandin. This is a painting that's called Before Time. It is a symbol by the Paradise Trinity, three silver circles at the center. It is what we would call the beginning of the cosmos, when the God activated the mechanism of time and space and created sent force energy outside of the central universe, of that which we'll call now the cosmos. So, so those are the two paintings I wanted to show. I don't know if maybe I'm going to try to make another attempt to sing this song. I wanted to sing it as a tribute to a great songwriter and performer. That the 20th century, there was named Leonard Cohen, who left us a few months ago. And this is a beautiful song. I thought I'm going to try to see if I can remember and sing it correctly. It goes like this. And yeah, okay, here we go. It's not an easy song, but I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourths, the fifths, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. Face was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty in the moonlight hovers through you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Well, baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I walk this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. But I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not some victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken Hallelujah. 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 There was a time when you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show it to me, do you? But remember when I moved in you, and the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Well, maybe there's a God above, but All I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And it's not a cry that you hear at night, it's not somebody who's seen the light, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, thank you very much. I'll see you later. Good day.